guys, it is Splork again, and also today we're going to be doing part 15 of the Splork Armory. Start us off with, we got the Solo Tank Destroyer 1. It's a pretty basic tank destroyer forced in the Solo series of tank destroyers, except that it did have a muzzle brake to release heat, which is pretty useful for such a small tank destroyer. It actually did have most of the basic features of high-tech tank destroyers, with a pretty decent hull. Actually, the front is very well sloped, little slope on the lower glacis there, strong hull, standard commando cupola, two side viewport kind of things. You can put a machine gun there on file, standard. But as I said before, it did have standard viewports. Very nice. So yeah, that is the Splork, the Solo Tank Destroyer 1. So wait, let's move on to the Solo AMX 12T-100. This is a very weird tank. It's very small. In fact, I doubt I can actually even get inside it. Oh, okay, well, I actually can. As you see, it actually uses the inside of the tracks as storage, which is kind of strange. But you would actually lie down to control the tank. It can only fit about 2 people at the max, maybe 3. You had one guy kind of sticking his head out of the cupola there. With a decent hull, overall very weak, but it did have a decent gun, and as I said before, it uses the inside of the track as storage, so you did kind of that did increase the width of the tank. And then at number 3 we got the Splork Pike Front. Again, a reference to a real tank. It wasn't in service, but it was a prototype. Anyway, you got a very small pike front, but that still does pre-angle the armor, autoloader gun, standard oscillating turret, 2 engine exhaust ports. It can haul things, standard tracks. I don't really know what else to say. Pike front, machine gun, driver, Splork. And then at number 4 we get to another interesting tank, the SP-92 Splork Super Artillery, range of SP-32, force camouflage. SP, I actually don't really know what I mean by that, because I didn't actually know like if there was actually a gun that could shoot 3 miles or some crap like that. I mean, I'm sure there is, but I didn't know, so I just made some crap up. I actually don't know if you can actually get inside, but the main thing about this tank is that it's a complete boss. I pretty much made an artillery, as you see the gun is right there, that's the gun, and I just camouflaged it. You got full tracks on view, huge tracks. This thing's very slow, but it's quite big. So here's the actual tank itself. The armor is literally paper. The whole point of the tank was to rely on its camouflage factor. So, but if you were actually in the forest, and this thing was in the forest, just sitting still with leaves and crap and stuff, yeah, it'd be very hard to spot. So yeah, that's number 4. At number 5, we get the Splork TD Excelsior. Very interesting. It's actually a tripod type tank with a front track that's actually horizontal. Actually, well, horizontal would be left and right. Okay, I'm actually kind of, alright. The track, instead of going frontal, it was going horizontal, prepared to where this was going. Like you would use. Never mind. But anyway, yep. You had a surprisingly strong hull. With standard mechanisms. I actually kind of. I actually do remember what I based this tank off of, kind of. But a decent hull, weak side, very thin. I mean, and you literally could not move the gun, so it had a great gun, but you just couldn't aim with it, so it pretty much was shot down after trials. And at number 6, we get the S42, sloped armor with a machine gun and viewport, 2 hatches with a kind of standard sloped middle plate there. Actually, pretty interesting turret. Quite a big turret for a small little tank. Standard Cupalo with a 76mm gun. So nothing special about it. The whole point was to replace some of the other tanks, like the S1 to 2. But it just wasn't that good. Thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, and subscribe, and make sure to look out for part 16, I believe. So yeah, thank you.